State codes and regulations such as NFPA 101 Life Safety Code requires emergency generators for certain types of healthcare occupancies, including assisted living facilities. See Section 7.6.1.1 for more details. The International Building Code, or IG, may also require generators for essential functions based on occupancy classification. Accreditation standards from the Joint Commission, known as JACHO, requires healthcare facilities to have an emergency management plan that includes provisions for backup power. See Standard LD 2.11. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration, or OSHA's General Duty Clause, requires employers to provide a safe and healthful workplace. This may include providing backup power for critical life safety systems. See 29 CFR 1910.5a on. Based on the information above, it is strongly recommended to include an emergency generator in the estimate for an assisted living complex. While battery-powered emergency and exit lights can provide temporary illumination, they may not be sufficient for extended power outages. Emergency functions requiring backup power include firstly, e-call and nurse call systems, secondly, life safety machines, for example ventilators and oxygen concentrators, thirdly, elevators, for evacuating disabled individuals, fourthly, fire alarm and detection systems, and fifthly, emergency communication systems. The Life Safety Code, or NFPA 101, is a widely used source for strategies to protect people based on building construction, protection, and occupancy features that minimize the effects of fire and other hazards. NFPA 101 is updated regularly to reflect changing needs and evolving technologies. The code addresses various aspects of fire safety, including means of egress, fire protection systems, and hazardous materials. It provides specific requirements for different types of occupancies, such as healthcare facilities, educational institutions, and residential buildings. The International Building Code, or IG, is a model building code developed by the International Code Council, or IG. It provides comprehensive regulations for building systems including structural, fire safety, and accessibility. The IBC aims to ensure public health, safety, and welfare by establishing minimum requirements for the design, construction, and maintenance of buildings and structures. It is widely adopted by states and local jurisdictions in the United States and is updated every 3 years. The Joint Commission, formerly known as JACHO, is an independent, not-for-profit organization that accredits and certifies healthcare organizations and programs in the United States. Joint Commission accreditation and certification is recognized nationwide as a symbol of quality that reflects an organization's commitment to meeting certain performance standards. The Joint Commission standards address important functions relating to the quality of patient care. OSHA's General Duty Clause requires employers to provide a workplace free from recognized hazards that are causing or are likely to cause death or serious physical harm to employees. This clause is used when there is no specific OSHA standard that covers a particular hazard. To establish a violation of the General Duty Clause, OSHA must prove firstly that a hazard existed, secondly, that the hazard was recognized, thirdly, that the hazard was causing or likely to cause death or serious physical harm, and fourthly, that there was a feasible and effective way to reduce the hazard. Emergency generators are essential for maintaining critical operations during power outages in assisted living facilities. They provide backup power for life support equipment, lighting, and communication systems, ensuring the safety and well-being of residents. Emergency generators should be regularly inspected and maintained to ensure they are in proper working condition. Regular testing, including load testing, is crucial to verify the generator's ability to handle the facility's power demands. Fuel supplies must be adequate to support extended power outages, and fuel quality should be monitored to prevent equipment failures. The transfer switch is a critical component of the emergency power system. It automatically switches the facility's electrical load from the utility power to the generator when a power outage is detected. Transfer switches should be regularly inspected and tested to ensure they operate correctly. Proper grounding of the generator and transfer switch is essential for safety and to prevent electrical hazards. Grounding ensures that fault currents are safely diverted to ground, protecting equipment and personnel. Battery-powered emergency lighting provides temporary illumination during power outages, guiding residents and staff to safety. Emergency lights must be strategically placed throughout the facility and regularly tested to ensure they are functioning correctly. The placement of emergency lights should comply with relevant codes and standards to ensure adequate illumination of exit routes. Regular testing should include verifying the battery's charge level and runtime. Emergency communication systems, such as nurse call systems and emergency phones, rely on backup power to function during outages. These systems enable residents to communicate with staff and emergency services when needed. Regular testing of emergency communication systems is essential to ensure they are operational during power outages. Backup power for these systems should be sufficient to support extended power outages. Life safety machines such as ventilators and oxygen concentrators are critical for residents with medical conditions. These machines require a continuous power supply to function correctly. Emergency generators must be capable of providing uninterrupted power to these machines during power outages. Regular maintenance and testing of life safety machines are essential to ensure they are in proper working condition. Elevators are essential for evacuating residents with mobility limitations during emergencies. Backup power for elevators ensures that they can be used to safely evacuate residents during power outages. Elevator backup power systems should be regularly inspected and tested to ensure they are functioning correctly. Evacuation plans should address the use of elevators during emergencies, including procedures for assisting residents with mobility limitations. Fire alarm and detection systems are critical for detecting fires and alerting residents and staff. These systems require backup power to function during power outages. Regular testing of fire alarm and detection systems is essential to ensure they are operational during power outages. Backup power for these systems should be sufficient to support extended power outages. Emergency management plan should address procedures for responding to fires during power outages. In addition to emergency generators, other backup power sources such as uninterruptible power supplies or UPS systems may be used to provide short-term power to critical equipment. UPS systems provide immediate backup power during power outages, allowing generators to start up and take over the load. UPS systems should be sized to meet the power requirements of critical equipment and should be regularly tested to ensure they are functioning correctly. When selecting an emergency generator for an assisted living facility, several factors should be considered. Generator size should be based on the facility's power requirements, including the load of life safety equipment, lighting, and communication systems. Generator type, such as diesel or natural gas, should be selected based on fuel availability and cost. Automatic transfer switches, or ATS, should be used to automatically switch the facility's electrical load from the utility power to the generator when a power outage is detected. Generator enclosures should be soundproofed to minimize noise levels. Regular maintenance is crucial for ensuring the reliable operation of emergency generators. Maintenance should include regular inspections, oil changes, filter replacements, and battery testing. Maintenance records should be maintained to track maintenance activities and identify potential problems. Load testing should be performed regularly to verify the generator's ability to handle the facility's power demands. Fuel supplies should be monitored to ensure they are adequate to support extended power outages. Staff training is essential for ensuring that staff members know how to respond during power outages. Training should include procedures for operating the emergency generator, using emergency lighting, and communicating with residents and emergency services. Staff members should be familiar with the facility's emergency management plan. Regular drills should be conducted to practice emergency procedures. Compliance with codes and standards is essential for ensuring the safety of residents and staff in assisted living facilities. Codes and standards such as NFPA 101, JACHO, and OSHA regulations provide guidance on the design, construction, and operation of emergency power systems. Regular inspections and audits should be conducted to verify compliance with codes and standards. Non-compliance should be promptly addressed to ensure the safety of residents and staff. Emergency planning is crucial for ensuring the safety and well-being of residents and staff during emergencies. Emergency plans should address a variety of emergencies, including power outages, fires, natural disasters, and medical emergencies. The plan should include procedures for evacuation, communication, and sheltering in place. The plan should be regularly reviewed and updated to reflect changing conditions. The plan should be readily available to staff members and residents. Communication is essential during emergencies. Emergency communication systems should be used to communicate with staff members, residents, and emergency services. Communication systems should include radios, telephones, and public address systems. Staff members should be trained on how to use communication systems effectively. Regular testing of communication systems is essential to ensure they are operational during emergencies. In summary, emergency generators are a critical component of life safety systems in assisted living facilities. They provide backup power for essential equipment and systems, ensuring the safety and well-being of residents during power outages. Regular maintenance, testing, and training are essential for ensuring the reliable operation of emergency generators and the effectiveness of emergency plans. Compliance with codes and standards is crucial for ensuring the safety of residents and staff.